Today I went to go change the filter in my filter and realized that it's barely putting out any water at all. This is supposed to be flowing through 130 gallons an hour. That does not look like 130 gallons an hour. I'm going to clean my filter today and I'm going to show you guys how to do it too. So first things first, this should go without saying. Unplug your filter and take it to a sink, preferably one that's not got food in it. I want to dump all the water out of the reserve tank. So obviously you can take the lid off, take this part out, and the impeller should come with it. And take the filter, I don't know what this is, take this filter piece out and take the actual filters themselves out. So as we can see in here, that's probably why, well, you can't really see that. There's a bunch of sludge at the bottom of it, which might be why it's not working correctly. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go get a rag real quick. So I'm just gonna take a rag, stick my finger down here, and start cleaning. We're just gonna clean off pretty much everything that we see. Everything that we can get to. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So what I found was Q-tips to clean the impeller casing. I just can't get my fat hands down there to clean it up. Now the reason you want to clean the impeller casing is because that's what compresses the water to push through the filter. So this turbine bit here spins and it compresses water, and by it spinning it compresses water against the casing and then downward, or it actually looks like it pushes out to the side. But either way, it compresses it, so if it's really dirty, it's not going to do its job well, if at all. It is important that you clean the impeller casing, which is proving a lot more difficult than I expected. I haven't had this filter for very long, so this is the first time I'm actually cleaning this filter. But so far it's going pretty well. They need to make like a brush or something that you stick down in there, like a really long brush that you just shove in there and clean all the crap out. So as you can see, all that was in the impeller casing, not on this one. Here we go. And then all that stuff, and this stuff, because I couldn't figure out what to use to get it to clean, but Q-tips are best. So now we're going to move on to the impeller. So we're just going to take this off and wipe it off with a paper towel, because honestly it's really easy to access. Just want to clean around the magnet, clean around the axle, and then clean the actual fins. So these are actually stained, so it's obviously not going to get the color out, but it's still pretty dirty. Just want to make sure the tube is clean. I just run water through it. Doesn't smell like it's too dirty. I do have the sponge on the end of it, so the sponge catches most of the stuff that would be caught in the tube. So it's not as dirty as it would normally be, but if you don't have a sponge on the end of it, then you want to stick a paper towel or something up there and just clean it all out. Speaking of sponge, we're going to want to clean all that off. Take the sponge off, just squeeze it. Oh, look at all that coming out of it. Wow, that was actually a lot dirtier than I thought it was. Wow. Alright, so it looks like it's mostly clean now. So now I just put the sponge back on the tip here. Now you normally don't need a sponge, I just have one because my fish have a lot of babies and I don't want to get a air-powered filter. It seems to be working just fine. So then we just put the hose back on, put all the filter screens back in. Then we're going to put the filter back in. Set the tube back in so the impeller goes back into the casing. And then put the lid back on it. Of course, I'm just going to rinse this lid off real quick, because we've done drywall lately and a bunch of dust got on it. Alright, so we're back in my room. We're just going to place the fish tank here, back where it was. Or the filter I meant, not the fish tank. Without crunching my plant preferably. Here we go. And just double check, make sure everything's in correctly. Yep. So now what we want to do is we want to prime the filter. What that means is just giving it a little bit of a head start, fill up the reserve tanks. Actually, I call these reserves. I don't know what they're really called, but I just call them reserves because it keeps water in there. Just fill it up till it's all the way full. Careful not to suck any of your fish into there. And just until it overflows on both sides. There we go. Alright. So now we're going to plug it in. And it's going to make some scary noises here and hopefully work. There we go, that's a lot better. See the difference between this and the old one? Thank you all for watching. If you really liked this video or if it helped you out, be sure to like it, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.